What's up, guys? What's going on? Big Cloud here, back again. I usually don't upload on the weekends, but today's story, I have to definitely get this out here. Hope you guys are safe. Hope you guys are well. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this breaking news. This needs to happen, or this needs to be talked about for sure. So, for those of you that are unfamiliar with this, The Last of Us Part 2, a big part of the story was indeed revealed. It was actually leaked by a quote-unquote disgruntled employee over there at Naughty Dog. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, I doubt it's the employee. Some people are saying that it's just an Xbox fan, because if you look at the actual account, it showed pretty much like, like it had like an Xbox logo for like the banner and stuff like that. And, obviously a lot of people immediately thought it was just one of those situations where, dudes just spoiling the story. If you guys remember, we go back to like Horizon Zero Dawn. You guys remember Horizon Zero Dawn's story was leaked, and dudes were trying to pass that around to like, upset the launch and upset the numbers of Horizon Zero Dawn. And ironically, that did little to nothing for the actual game, as that game sold over 10 million, to this day, so again, I don't know what this individual thought he was going to accomplish with this, but we'll talk about this. And I will be fair about this too, because I don't want to sound like a shill, because I do got to be realistic here as well. As someone who worked in retail, I understand the frustration that any employee will have, especially when you feel overworked and underappreciated. All right, so let's get into the situation first. The scene that was actually shown for The Last of Us Part 2. Now, I'm not going to obviously break this down, or I'm not going to show this on screen. Don't worry, you're good. If you guys want to see the scene, that accounts that I have on the actual screen is the account. He has it pinned up there. But again, if you don't want to see it, it'll be wise not to even click on it. Don't even go on this dude's account to block him. If you click on the account, you'll see it immediately, because he has it pinned on the page. So that's my fair warning for you right now. Don't even go to the accounts that are listed there, okay? But the scene that was shown was apart from the actual trailer, and it was pretty much extended. It was showing more stuff that was happening in between there, and it kind of adds more value, or not value, but it adds more incentive as to why Ellie is on this mission from point A to point B now, and you kind of understand what's going to happen, okay, or why she's doing this. Now, one thing that I did take away from that particular leak portion of the game, Naughty Dog is not fucking around with this game. This game is going to be graphic. They're not screwing around. This game is crazy. There was so much brutality in this one scene. I'm not even joking. It looked gruesome. It looked really, really gruesome. And again, for those of you that saw this and you weren't expecting to see this, obviously due to it being leaked, I understand. This is something that could have been much more impactful to all of us, especially when we saw it the first time from our own point of views, right? This could have been so much more impactful. But the problem is, again, we're not going to see it like that, especially me, because I've been spoiled now because I've seen it, right? We're not going to see it, and it's going to have that same effect, because we already kind of saw it and we know what's going to happen in this particular scene. And that's the problem with spoilers. It takes away a moment from the gamer. It really does. I don't understand why people do it on the Xbox side, and the same reason why I don't understand why people do it on PlayStation side when it comes to Xbox games, right? I don't understand it. It doesn't do anything but hurt us in the long run. We don't need games to be spoiled for us. When we're buying these games, we buy it for that moment. We buy it for that crazy shock value, that crazy, set piece or whatever. We want that reveal. We want that. We don't need that stuff to be ruined from us, because that takes away from us in the end, at the end of the day. So again, this situation and this employee sharing this off, for him to think that he's going to be like looked at as like a hero because he showed this off, and he's like, saying that, oh, I'm not getting paid, blah, blah, blah. He looks like the biggest hypocrite and the biggest enemy right now when it comes to this situation. Why? Because you're taking away from the fans. It's not like who are you really doing this for? You clearly are not doing this for the fans. If you cared about the fans' opinion, if you cared about the fans in any particular shape or form, you wouldn't have even shown this. You wouldn't have even went the extra mile of leaking any of this. You taking away from the fans. You could have made a post, sure. That's what social media is for, is it not, guys? We can make a post, we can speak our opinion, and let our thoughts be, heard for sure. That's what social media is for. Definitely do all that. But if you're going to take a moment away from a gamer who has been excited for this damn game since the very first one, when we got the cliffhanger, that right there is not going to earn you no sympathy. It's not going to earn you nothing from any gamer, especially not me. I don't care what this guy does. I don't even see this guy getting a job at this point after this huge, reveal. I don't think he's going to get any work, to be honest with you. And tell you the truth, Godspeed to you. That's how I feel on this particular situation, because you took something away from me, and that was a moment. Seriously. Just because you are not getting paid a set amount of numbers, even though the game, granted, has not even launched, doesn't give you the right to take away from us, those who have been waiting patiently and are willing to pay $60, $120, $200 or whatever dollars for the damn consoles. You don't get that right to choose for us to take away from us. That's my problem with this individual. Yeah, it's understandable that you probably weren't getting a set amount of money due to the hours, right? And the way the world is, and the fact that we have to work from home. Absolutely, I understand. I worked in retail. I worked numerous hours, right? I bust my ass over and over. I always was the first one in the building and the last one to leave. I always wanted to put that good impression on the employees. I always wanted to do that until a little birdie told me what was really happening. And I looked at the few things, and I looked at how others were being treated and how they were stealthily being released and whatnot. And I was like, you know what? I see what's happening. And I toned it down. And ironically, that eventually came back to haunt me because, I got looked at the same way. I understand the business. I understand things being cutthroat. I understand when companies need a deadline to be made. I understand. And I also understand that you're human. It's understandable. You have every right to be angry. But to take a moment away from the actual fans who are putting food on your table by buying the product, it's not helping your situation, and it's not making you look like no damn hero. It makes you look like the biggest fraud out there. This situation is not cool. It's not helping it's not helping any of us as gamers. It's not helping us. Now, to go back to Naughty Dog, again, like I said, my situation, right? I understand Naughty Dog. They want to meet the deadline. They want to make everything, on point. They had to push the game back because of the economy. The game wasn't going to launch in its best impact. If you guys look at Benji Sales, which I highly recommend you follow, Benji Sales put up a really good tweet about this, that the market was not the best time. It's not the best time. And that month that they were originally going to launch with would have been one of the worst months to launch a game in the way the current state the economy is. So trust me, I understand. And the way things are going, it makes sense for them not to launch it at that time and push it back. But if you think you doing this is going to get you another job, if you think this is going to make you be looked at like some hero, every company, see, for a lot of companies, your first impression is your last or your only impression, right? A lot of these damn companies are going to look at your resume, guy, and gonna go, oh, this is the dude who spoiled the biggest project of 2020. Why would we want him when he can jeopardize our product? You see what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna look at you as no hero, my guy. No one. They're gonna look at you as a fool. They're gonna look at you as a liability. Yeah, sure, he might have experience in this field. He might be able to do this, that, and the third in 3 hours, right? But this individual has a temper. He has a short fuse. He's a liability. Who is to say that once he gets to a certain point in this company and he gets comfortable, right, and gets entitled, who's to say he won't leak the next Star Wars game? Who's to say he won't leak another Uncharted? You know what I'm saying? Who's to say that you won't do this? It doesn't help your situation. It doesn't help anybody. It really doesn't. So there's a give and take in this situation. It's bad on both ends. Nobody... It looks good in this situation. Nobody. It really doesn't. And with the way the world is, it's not going to look any better at all. Now, to add this also in here, I've seen people try to capitalize on this and push a console war by going, hey, this is the reason why these studios, XYZ, and those of you who follow me on Twitter, especially those in the Xbox camp, what do you know about me? I'm very fair, right? I don't push this console war crap. I really don't. I'm very fair in my post and how I produce the shows and how I go about this. If I don't like something, I just simply don't like something. If I like something, I will tell you. I already told you to your faces. I will have a Series X. I will have a PS5. Why? Because I'm not going to have any borders in my decisions going forward with this channel. So trust me, I see it all. But when I see people pushing a console war agenda by saying that, oh, these studios are leaving Sony because of stuff like this, even knowing damn well they don't even know what's going on in these studios, right? But what I do love, though, they going, yeah, this is the greatest thing ever because these studios are going to do X, Y, Z, and we have not seen a damn thing from these studios doing anything related to X, Y, Z. We're hearing stuff about, you know, AAA and 4A AAA, you know, budget games, right? We're hearing all this. Okay, cool. But you know what this really does, especially when people show me a list like this? Let's put it on the screen right now. When people show me a list like this and go, yeah, this is the reason why Sony is in trouble, blah, blah, blah. You know what this really tells me? This tells me that there is no excuse in 2020 going into 2021, 22, 23, 24, and so on. This tells me that there is no excuse as to why this company, Microsoft, cannot deliver a single game or any experience that's on par with like a Days Gone, a Last of Us Part 2, a God of War, a Spider-Man 2. You know what I'm saying? This is what this tells me. It tells me that there's no excuses. And also, with the names on that list, a lot of you are not bringing this up. That also comes as standards. A somewhat of a standard is on that damn list now. A standard that definitely needs to be met. So for those of you that keep saying stuff is changing, I would highly recommend you wait till you see the end result before you make bold statements like that. It always helps when you know what you're talking about, and this stuff eventually, you know, it always tells for itself. You know, it always speaks for itself. That's just my take. Anyway, Last of Us Part 2, the situation here, trust me, if you guys think this is going to affect the sales of Last of Us Part 2, it's not. Last of Us Part 2 is the biggest game of 2020. It will still be the biggest game of 2020. I'm sorry, guys, it's not Cyberpunk 2077. Some of you want to all of a sudden hype up Cyberpunk 2077 because you bought an Xbox controller, which I've been saying as well. Very hypocritical, by the way. Just saying. Keep it realistic here. In today's world, The Last of Us Part 2 is the biggest game of 2020. Everybody wants answers to The Last of Us Part 2. And they're going to get those answers very, very soon when the game eventually launches. And this is not a fanboy statement because, you know, I'm very fair. This is not a fanboy statement. This is a realistic statement from what's been going on in this world, in everyday world. This game is the most anticipated game of 2020. And we will get more info very, very soon. And until then, you already know how it is. But anyway, that's it. This is Big Cloud Gaming. I know I went into a kind of a rant here, but I have to be realistic. I'm passionate about this. I'm not like the rest of these dudes who talk about things and overhype you only for the sake of not being right, not even owning up. I'm not one of those type of people. I will tell you how I feel about something. I will tell you how I truly feel about something. And today, ladies and gentlemen, this actually struck a nerve with me because I see this so often, not just in games like Last of Us Part 2, but even on the Xbox side, games happen like this, right? It's annoying. It's stupid. I don't know what people think they accomplished by taking away a moment from a gamer. I really don't. It's pathetic. And it makes the hobby look like that much more of a joke. And honestly, again, it makes you wonder why are we truly here. But anyway, rant's over. It's Big Cloud Gaming. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you didn't, trust me, I understand. I probably upset a lot of people with my statements. It's understandable. But I'm very passionate about this, like I said. But if you liked the video, hit that like button. If you are new, definitely hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, hit the bell icon. Click all for notifications so you won't miss content. And of course, shout out to everybody who came by the RGT episode 111. It's on the channel right now. If you missed it, go check it out. Go give it a listen and leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think. Until next time, though, it's Big Cloud Gaming. I am most certainly signing out. Thank you guys so much for rocking out. And you guys be blessed and y'all be safe out here in this crazy world. Y'all be blessed. And before I go, I want to say my massive condolences again to my good friend Jay Fonzarelli. Go check out his YouTube channel. His name's The Grounded Gamer. Awesome dude. Very fair. Very talented individual. And he's got the voice for YouTube. And ironically, for my Xbox viewers, you already know who he is. He's a big member of the RDX podcast. Definitely go give him a listen. He's a good dude. He's a good friend. And definitely, he's pretty much family to me. So just want to throw that out there. Y'all be awesome, though. Later.